Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we will deliver into the fascinating world of affirmative negative questions. In this presentation, we will explore the structure, usage, and differences between English and Chinese grammar when it comes to these types of questions. So let's get started. Firstly, let's begin with a brief definition of affirmative negative questions. Affirmative negative are essentially questions that present both the affirmative and negative possibilities for an action or situation. This type of question is very common in Mandarin, but is rarely used in English. These types of sentences are an interesting aspect of Mandarin that can be both fun to learn and crucial for understanding every conversation. Example 1. Is this book expensive or not? 这本书贵不贵? Example 2. Are you going to eat the bun or not? The Chinese translation is 你吃不吃包子? Example 3. Has he come or not? 他来了没有? As you can see, affirmative negative questions are similar to yes or no question in English, but with a unique structure. These sentences are commonly used in Chinese to make inquiries more polite, and they can also show the speaker's doubt or uncertainty. Now that we have a clear understanding of the concept, let's move on how to create an affirmative negative questions. As you can see, to create an affirmative negative questions, we start with a declarative sentences. For example, 这本书贵. This book is expensive. Then add the negative marker 不, not. Now you have 这本书贵不? Finally, repeat the verb or adjective from the declarative sentence. Now you have 这本书贵不贵? This means, is this book expensive or not? Sometimes the structure may vary, and instead of 不, you might see 没有 used in the sentences, especially when it refers to the past or negative the verb 有. For example, 他来了没有? Has he come or not? Also, we may remove the verbs and adjectives that come after 不 and 没 in our daily life. This is also a structure of the affirmative negative questions. Now that we understand the basic structure, let's move on how to respond to affirmative negative questions.
When responding to these questions, you can just give the affirmative or negative answer. When there is 是不是 in the question, you can answer yes or no. Or you can repeat the verb or adjective. 贵 expensive, 不贵 not expensive. Now let's move on to some practice exercises to reinforce our understanding of affirmative negative questions in English. I give you some examples to practice. Do you speak French? Have you seen this movie? Do you like apples? Are you busy this month? And this is the translation. 你是不是会说法语？这部电影你看过没有？你喜不喜欢吃苹果？这个月你忙不忙？ Now it's your turn to answer these questions. And this is the answer. Finally, let's summarize what we have learned so far about affirmative negative questions. Affirmative negative questions present a choice between a positive and a negative statement, seeking confirmation or agreement. In English, these questions are formed by adding a negative tag to the affirmative negative statement. When using modal verbs, the same structure applies with the addition of the appropriate negative tag. By understanding the structure and the usage of affirmative negative questions, we can effectively communicate and seek clarification in English. In conclusion, affirmative negative questions play a vital role in seeking confirmation and agreement in English communication. We have explored their structure, compared English and Chinese grammar, and practiced forming these questions. By mastering the rules of affirmative negative questions, you can enhance your communication skills and engage in more effective conversations. Thank you once again for joining us in this presentation.